Hey everyone, this is Hunter from GoLive, and in this video, I'll be walking you through our Jada template for Squarespace. The Jada template is a modern, editorial, and dynamic Squarespace 7.1 design made specifically for influencers, CEOs, speakers, and authors. The large typography, dynamic imagery, and video elements, as well as the structured layout, makes this template perfect for a sleek and bold brand. The design is totally customizable from the fonts to the colors to the images, and we show you how to customize the graphics and the colors to make your template unique to your brand and business. We'll also teach you how to create a color palette, gather your images, write the words for your website, and how to launch quickly. This website template requires no Photoshop, and you don't have to know complicated code to use this design. So if we scroll back up to the top of the Jada template, we have the logo, navigation, and a large header area that features large fonts and strong copywriting as well as imagery. This whole top header section is customizable. You could add or remove elements, you could move your logo to the center, and you can make this section work best for your brand to have that lasting impact when they first open the website. If we continue to scroll down the page, here we have a brand bio statement or a place for you to tell us exactly what it is that your brand or business does, some social proof with logos, an about section with a really cool video GIF element, which we teach you how to create this stop motion GIF style effect in our tutorials. We then have a section where we have two offerings in our template. This is a company and a book, but these could be any two offerings that you wanted to showcase. Below that, we have a speaking section. I imagine if you maybe don't speak yet, if you have service offerings, this would be a great place to feature 3 different service offerings here. And there's a call to action to see more about speaking. Below that, we have an email newsletter opt-in, and it can either be a video background, an image background, or a solid color behind here. So you can really customize this to make it look the way you want it to. Below that, we had imagined this person having a podcast, but you could also showcase blog posts here if you wanted to, or shop items. It can really depend on what works best for your business. And then finally, in the footer, we feature an Instagram feed, another place to kind of show off a bio, and a footer navigation, social links, and site credit. If we scroll back up to the top, we're going to click through each page. So the next page that we're going to go to is the About page. And as that loads in, you can see some of the animations we've added so that those images load in kind of from the bottom. And here we had imagined a bold headline, some copywriting telling about your story, a quote that you've said, just some nice brand imagery to give a better look and feel about who you are, maybe a timeline showcasing your growth, and an official bio and a download headshots button, which you could send off to maybe if you're being featured as a speaker, as a podcast. It's a really useful area of the website. And then finally, we had imagined download media kit. Here you could upload your media kit or a PDF, and people could click that button and have that download. And then we again have 2 call to actions towards a company and towards a book here, but you could change out what your calls to actions are. And then we land on the footer again. If we scroll back up to the next page, this is the speaking page. And this one is a very strategic speaking page. So we have a nice strong call to action here, book me for your speaking event, and let's talk, which goes to our contact page so that they are immediately prompted to fill that out. Then we have more logos to solidify some social proof, some topics that you could be speaking about, and you can give a little detail about what those are. A few of my talks with some videos embedded, so you could upload videos to Vimeo or YouTube and embed them on your website. A place to feature reviews in a slider. And then we have booking information with Book Now and another call to action with an alternative contact form that pops up on the screen. If we scroll up to the podcast page, this is a really good example of what it would look like to host either a podcast or a blog on Squarespace. We have a grid style layout here, but you can also customize this if you'd like to. And if we click into a blog post, you can see what an example of what that would look like. Here we've got the title, some copywriting, and we even included a little audio player here so you could see what it would look like with that podcast element. If we click into the shop page here, you can see a good example of what it would look like to host an online store with Squarespace. You can do e-commerce with Squarespace included in your website plan that you pay for with Squarespace. And here we have 3 different types of products. We have a book, we have a digital online course, and we have a t-shirt. If we click into one of those, you can see what it looks like to have the individual product with the product description as well. That's Selling Social course. And then lastly, we have 2 more buttons here. The company button actually clicks out to, on our example, to GoLive, our company. We had imagined that maybe this person is a CEO or an influencer behind a company, and so they want to click out to that company's website here. So that would open up in a new tab. And then finally, we have the contact page, which is just a very sleek and simple contact page where people can access you and send you a message through Squarespace. So we'll head back to the home page, and if we scroll the home page one more time, this is a wrap up of the walkthrough of the Jada website template for Squarespace, and we'll scroll it one more time. The Jada template is a modern, editorial, and dynamic Squarespace 7.1 template designed made specifically for influencers, CEOs, speakers, and authors. However, it can be used for other industries as well. The large typography again and dynamic imagery and video elements and the structured layout makes this really a perfect template for bold and sleek brands. If you have any questions about